Duke Castiglione, what's up?
With me now, Chris Valletta, who played in the NFL several years. Sean Valletta, who of course played 22 years in the NFL, won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. And guys, we got to talk about the last play. And Sean, we start with you. Seattle is 3 feet away from the end zone. They have the best running back in football. Why did they pass the ball in that situation? What was Pete Carroll thinking in that situation?
Well, all you can go with is what he said after the game. He felt at that time in that play they wanted to set it up to throw, and hindsight's 20/20, and obviously if he had to do it over again, he would have made a different call. But everyone in America thinks the same thing. I mean, you just had Lynch run from the 5 to the 1 on the previous play. It was almost a no-brainer.
Chris, you played center in the NFL, so you get a look at defenses. You say strictly from a football standpoint, that was the right decision.
Yeah, look, New England had their goal line defense in. It was designed to stop the run. Seattle saw that, recognized the personnel, and put in just a quick hitch to the corner. I mean, look. At the end of the day, when you strip everything away, it was technically the right call to run against the defense, but man, that's when you have to start looking at the intangibles.
You outthink yourself.
You really do. You got to, like, game time, just the clock, the situation you're in, the fact that Lynch was running like a man possessed on the play before. I mean, you've got 2 opportunities to give him the ball to punch it in. I mean, it was just the wrong call.
And I actually thought the Patriots should let Seattle score, because then you're looking at a 3-point game. You have Tom Brady, you come down the field, you have Gostkowski, who's a great kicker, and play for the overtime. Or play for the win.
There's a lot to be said for that. I mean, looking back, we talked before how now people use this example never to do that, but there's something to be said for that, because if one play is called differently, Seattle are the world champs this morning.
Talk about legacies. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. Do they go down as the greatest coaching quarterback tandem, and do they go down as maybe the greatest coach and the greatest quarterback ever?
I think so. I mean, you look at what Brady's done in his career, and it's one thing. He started as he was not a first-round draft pick. He was, I think, 6th round, 7th round something, but you see how he's grown up in the game, but just the way he's won the game. Consistent 4th quarter comebacks. I mean, yesterday was vintage Tom Brady. I do believe he will go down as one of the all-time greats, at least the top 2 or 3 like we were talking about. But I think this duo, they've got a couple more years together, I believe, and who knows what could happen.
It was interesting. I said earlier, if Seattle hands the ball off, Marshawn Lynch scores a touchdown. Just think about how everything changes. Bevel, the offensive coordinator, may get a head coaching job. Pete Carroll wins in college, wins 2 Super Bowls in the NFL. And Tom Brady, his legacy changed. Bill Belichick's, his legacy changes. But Sean, you take it to a new level, because you've been there, and how much one play can change everything.
Yeah, when you think about all the players involved, everyone in the organization, to be part of a Super Bowl winner, and how that affects you for the rest of your life, it's almost incalculable how many good things can come from that, and it's all amazing how one play dictates that.
Hey, explain how. I mean, take us back to Super Bowl 25. Scott Norwood, wide left, or wide right, and then all of a sudden, that changes. I mean, you're asking to do player appearances, that type of thing, too.
No, it's everything. You talk about the coaches. Is Parcells in the Hall of Fame? Maybe he's not if he must have missed that kick. How are the Bills' fortunes changed? I mean, as you said, all these years later, so many of us that were on that team in the New York area prosper from that, and again, all from one play.
Chris Valletta, appreciate the time. Sean Valletta, appreciate the time. I mean, we're going to be talking about this play forever, and like we said, it's wow.